chazal that says, Kol ha-poisel b'mumay poisel. You know what that means? Anybody idea? Well, there's another expression in English called, look who's calling the kettle black. Any idea what that means? Okay. That's right. The pot, which is black, is calling the kettle also black. But the pot is blacker even, right? That's right. So the same expression, Chazal say, kol ha-poisel. When a person says something is puzzle, what do they usually point their finger at?
Somebody else's thing. What I do.
Exactly what they have as a psul. Meaning, that's right. As they say in another expression, it takes one to know one. People will say, oh my gosh, look at that guy. He does this and this wrong, when that's what they themselves do wrong. What would you call that? Just a one-word thing. Hypocrite. That's right, a hypocrite. Simple. So you go, okay, that's hypocritical. I guess that would be another chazal. Hypocrite. But gentlemen, it's all the same. People, why do they do that? Why would they say, you have that psul, even though they themselves have the same psul? What? Makes themselves not sound so bad because he has it, but then you're calling attention kind of to yourself. If I say, that guy's got he's wearing black jacket. Everyone's looking at me going, he's also wearing a black jacket. So I know they notice it because here I am saying it. What? Does that point at him? But then when they look back at me, they go like, he's also wearing it. So why do people do that?
They have low self-esteem.
Low self-esteem. But why would you pick the exact psul, the exact negative thing that you have?
So you don't feel bad. Yeah, he did it. So
that's what he said. You're pointing the finger at him. Yeah.
Because they don't have something else.
Okay, but why would you pick? Not because you don't have something else. Why would you pick? You pick the exact thing.
You want to bother him.
You want to bother him, but you're pointing. They say whenever you point the finger at somebody else, you're pointing one finger at him or maybe two fingers at him, but at least three fingers back at yourself. Unless you go like that. I haven't seen people do that. They go, except when they are in class. Yeah.
Because it bothers you?
Bothers you about yourself. Someone said about self-esteem. That's kind of like along the same lines that it bothers you about yourself, so you say it about somebody else. Yeah.
Be alone in this situation when someone else.
You don't want to be alone, but if you're picking on somebody to say, "Look at him, he's got that problem," you're pointing. You're not saying, "Oh, see, we've got the same problem." No, that's not what they're doing. Yeah.
You don't want to change, so you want to also knock them.
You don't want to change, so you also blame. So you blame them. Okay. Any other reasons? Why would somebody say, look at him? He's got that. All right. Jealous? They're jealous that the person has the same thing that they have? I don't know. It's kind of weird to do that. Well, I'll just tell you.
First thing they can think of.
The first thing they think of?
Yeah.
Sometimes they're really thought out. It's not just they think of, what can I think? Oh, I think of the fact that they're wearing black. Look at him, he's wearing black. No.
He wants attention.
Attention. But why do you pick the thing that is wrong with you?
Because you don't want to show it off. I mean, you
Cover yourself.
want someone else to see
You know what's
it.
Yeah, it could be because they don't want you to notice it about them. So you say, look at his black jacket. It's part of that.
The thing no one else notices and you have it.
That's right. Because you don't see it about yourself. You know how? It's called denial. I don't have that problem. No, I don't. I'm not wearing a black jacket. You ever heard of the story with the emperor's new clothes? The emperor, some guy tricked him and says, oh, I can make you the best outfit in the world. And that's, right? Yeah, I figured you probably knew that one. All right, you probably heard that many times. All right. So The guy says to the emperor, I could get you the best clothes, I'm the best. And he shows him beautiful suits that he made and beautiful things. And the king goes, yep, okay, good. I want you to make me something. And the guy spends, he's got to spend all this money on the special fabric and the materials. And it's taking longer and longer. The king's go, oh, wow, when's it going? Finally, he comes and he says, okay, Your Highness, we're going to put this on you, and okay. And they put on basically something that is invisible. He pretends like he's putting on clothes, but there's nothing there. The king's looking at him like, and everyone's going, oh, must be so. Oh, they'll make a whole thing because they don't want to say anything and make themselves. The king looks at them and says, "You making fun of me? Kill him." No, they don't want to get in trouble, so everybody goes on with that. And the king starts going out to show off his new clothes in the street. And everyone's going, wow, the king's wearing gorgeous special new clothes. Everyone's been talking about this for so long. And the king's not wearing any clothes. Until finally some kid goes, hey, the king's naked. He's not wearing anything. Ma, why is he naked? And the king goes, and all of a sudden everyone goes, oh. And the king runs and they wrap him up. And now what happens? It's convincing ourselves that I have clothes, everything's perfect about me. Look, not only is it's even the greatest, but on him, he's naked. On him, he's got a problem. On him, that's right. But by me, no, it's all perfect. We do this all the time. Everybody does it. It's, what's called again? What's the word? Denial. Yes, some people go, I went on a cruise in Egypt and I went down the Nile. Yes, the Nile River. But no, it's denial. We deny and we just convince ourselves, I don't have this problem. He has this problem, not me. That kid's messed up, but not me. I'm perfect. That guy is not me. I'm fine. On dates, she's got problems. He's got problems. They both point at each other, but either one, each one says, but me, I'm good. I'm perfect. Everything about me is fine. People do this all the time. Huh? Yeah, Adam Chava. I mean, it started from the beginning, and people just do it. Now, why we have this denial? Why do you think people have denial? Why do we say, I don't have the problem? Now, that's definitely self-esteem.
Could be it comes from Adam.
Yeah, it's very nice. It comes from Adam. It comes from the fact that nobody wants to believe that I've got a problem because it's hard to change. I was just talking to somebody yesterday. And he's got some serious problems. He really does. But I said, when you want to change these problems, there's a whole process that you have to go through. They made a Rosh Tevis for it. It's an acronym, DABDA. And the first D of DABDA, D-A-B-D-A, the first D stands for? Denial. The first thing a guy is going to change, the first thing he says is denial. I don't have the problem. Now, I spoke to somebody many times, different people like this, but the guy feels very, very, he doesn't feel good. He's like limping, he's bent over. And I'm saying to them, you should really get that thing checked out. And he's going, no, I am fine. I'm like, you don't look fine. You're like, you don't look fine. He goes, this is normal. It's not normal. I know you for a long time. You don't like this is a pretty recent thing. Why are you doing this? He goes, I'm fine. What's that called? Denial. Okay. Well, he goes to the doctor, and the doctor tells him something different, basically. He is very sick. He's got a really bad illness, and he's got to go through a real serious, process to get that fixed, or it's only going to get much worse till he could die. So what's this again? Back to the D. Denial. I need to get a new doctor. That's the eitzah. I need a new doctor. Second opinion. So they go to another doctor, and now denial is over. Because now they've heard from a second doctor, and a third doctor, and a fourth doctor, and a bunch of doctors, and all the doctors said together, this is a mess. You got to take care of this. So now what's the A? Anger. You looked it up? Oh, I told us. Oh, good. Oh, is somewhere else? Good. Anger. So now he's angry. Why me? Why should I get stuck with this? I'm really a great guy. Why me? So that's the anger part. Now, Rabbi Isai, we'll talk about the other B's and the D's and the A's and all that stuff. The A is actually acceptance. You accept it, you got to change. But I see this all the time. We all do this. We point the finger at somebody else, and we don't point the finger. We definitely don't see it about ourselves. Muster, a person works on themselves. They try to, you're right, instead of pointing it at everybody else, they see it in themselves. And that helps. But the first thing is not to be a hypocrite and point the finger at somebody else.
Consequence for loud.
What?
Consequence for loud.
Oh,
Well, that's okay, that.
nice. All right. So, gentlemen, the first thing a person's got to do is not point the finger and blame other people. And not say, he's got this one's got this. You got to be able to see it about yourself. That is the first thing. And instead of saying, yeah, and you bother the person about all these problems. Yeah, look at you. Yeah, you do this, you do that. It's kind of a low thing to do. And I mean, people do it, but that's something we got to be working on. And one of the big things that we can work on together, and other people can tell you, hey, stop doing that. If someone tells you, they're doing you a favor. Because, especially when you do it, when you have the same problem. You know, there are a lot of people who come and they visit and they go, not for me. Because I am fine. I'm perfect. I'm not like this guy or that guy. I'm fine. I'm good. And in reality, it's like, okay, everybody's got their issues. By the way, a lot of them the same exact issues, but they can only point the finger at somebody else. And I'll tell you, got to be able to look at yourself in the mirror and really see it, and don't point the finger to somebody else until you look at it yourself. Let's think positive. Let's have a great day.